Do you like the sound of loud engines racing around the track catching air? This is what we call motocross. There are many events around the world. People will pay a lot of money to watch these events. These races are usually done in rounds, and there are many types too. There are different types of races in New England. The Triple Crown Series at the Wick 338 and J Days all around New England, and Netra races are all around New England too. There are classes that span from Pee Wee to pros. I will personally be racing some of the J Days and all of the Triple Crown Series in Youth C and 250C. The C class is a novice class for people who are just beginning or for kids coming off of super minis and ready for bigger bikes. The J Days are a little bit harder than the Triple Crown Series. The J Days have a longer course, and you race through the woods and also on the motocross track. There are two 30-minute motos. Triple Crown Series is a straight motocross race, and there are two 15-minute motos. Motos are just when your class goes out and races for a certain amount of time. You have to work out and run a lot to last the whole 30 minutes on the J Day to ride to your full potential. There is a 16-round race called Supercross that travels many places around the United States. It is for pros only, but thousands of fans show up to them and sit in the stands and watch them race. This race happens in arenas. There's a difference between speed and velocity, but they're used interchangeably here. There's also a difference between height and weight and height, and it's easier to understand the difference between the two by answering these age-old questions of which weighs more, a pound of feathers or a pound of stones. An object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This is usually referred to as the law of inertia. Reality means that while you sit on your dirt bike staring at the ramp, wondering if it's such a great idea to launch a perfectly good dirt bike piloted by a totally inexperienced rider up in the thin air, the bike will sit there and unmoved until you decide to apply a balanced force to the bike in order to move it up the ramp. Acceleration is produced when a force acts upon a mass, and is sometimes stated as F equals ma. This means that in order for the dirt bike to accelerate up the ramp, a force must be applied to the bike. Acceleration of the dirt bike is achieved when a force, clutch and throttle engaging the rear wheel, acts on the mass, dirt bike, and rider. Newton's three laws states that for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. In simple terms, this means what went up must come down. The problem with a dirt bike is coming back down and colliding with the earth. You've got to remember you only have two 6-inch wheels. That is it for my little big history project.